All right, so for this second part, we're going to be using Google Drawings, and we are going to be kind of drawing the spread using some maps. We're going to be drawing how these different things, the bubonic plague, the scientific revolution, the Renaissance, um, industrial revolution, Islamic contributions, how those things affected Europe. We're going to be kind of drawing that spread of where did it start and where is it going to. Okay, so I have a PowerPoint for you, and that's going to help you know the information. So you need to pull that up, and this is going to be your drawing. So I do recommend having a split screen so you can look at your map and you can look at your drawing. So to do the split screen on the Chromebook, I have a little kind of tip here. You're going to press the Alt key, the ALT, and the two bracket keys all at the same time, and that's going to help give you a split screen on your Chromebook. Okay? Okay, so now we have this split screen and we can kind of see what we're working on our Google Doc, and we can see the information on the PowerPoints. So this is kind of our Eurasian map, and we're going to be drawing arrows to show movement, and we want to make sure we're using different colors so we can kind of see the difference. Okay, so the first one is the bubonic plague. Okay, and you have to double click on this map on your Google Doc, and then it's going to automatically pop up a drawing here, and so that's pretty neat, right? So myself here, so I'm drawing on this sheet, and I can see everything that I want to see, and I'm looking at my bubonic plague, and I'm kind of seeing these little triangles, the arrows. They're coming from Asia, right? So it's coming from Asia, and it's spreading across into Europe, over to Africa. So this map that I'm drawing on my Google Drawing, it's like a big time summary. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use the scribble feature. You might also want to use the arrow feature, but I'm going to use the scribble feature. It's a little bit more freehand, and so I'm going to select that line, and so I'm kind of I'm looking at kind of my shape, kind of in this kind of upper area of what is China, and I'm going to be drawing this big arrow over here into Europe. So that's the direction it goes. So now I can kind of adjust my lines. So I can say, okay, I want it a little bit thicker than that. I'm going to use a 3-point weight. I'm going to use my bubonic plague. I'm going to call it blue. Okay, so then I can kind of use this, kind of select. I'm going to click on, this is one thing that might help, is if you click on the select, the arrow button, then you click back on the scribble, and that usually makes it a little bit easier. Create just like a little box shape, and I'm going to go ahead and fill it in the same color blue that I picked. Okay, so I picked blue. If you prefer to pick red or orange, that's okay. Just make sure that your bubonic plague is, that little chart. I think it's probably easiest, instead of using the scribble there, just to go ahead and shape and get a little rectangle and paste a new rectangle on top of it. So then you'll go through and you'll look at the next one is the Renaissance. And so you look in your map and you'll click through and you'll say, okay, the Renaissance, started where it's highlighted in yellow, Italy, right? And then it's spread outwards. So you're going to kind of go, okay, where's this Italy shaped? And you're going to draw kind of out from Italy. And you don't need to copy every single thing. You're trying to do a summary. So you're not drawing like arrow after arrow after arrow. So in some of these, like this one, there's like, I don't know, 10 arrows there. I drew one. Okay, that's what I want you to do. It's a summary. So overall, what's happening? Okay, overall. Now this one's a little bit different, has that lines, and it gets goes further and further out, kind of like a topographical map when we've looked at those. So you're going to say, okay, it's starting in this smallest circle and then it's going out and out and out. So then draw an arrow to where it's heading out towards, right? From where did it start and where's it going? And then this one kind of combines arrows and the kind of going outline. So you can kind of see where is that going and draw that arrow out. For the Industrial Revolution. Okay, remember it's summary. So this one has, again, like the first one, the bubonic plague, this gunpowder one has like 10 arrows on it. I don't want you to draw 10 arrows, just one arrow for each of these different things. So you have, we did the bubonic plague together, but you're going to do it on your document. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows. If you feel like something's really going a couple different direction, like maybe you can add a couple if it's going to. So no more than 8 arrows, I guess, could be your max. If you really are like, okay, this is going 2 different ways or something like that. So you're not having a ton. This one's kind of like that population density method where it's kind of showing dots for where there's more. So you can kind of see A, B, C goes along A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Where are you seeing the more dots show up? That's where you're drawing your arrow to. So we have a few different kind of maps we're looking at for geography. You're kind of going to look at these and show that summary overall. How are you seeing it? Okay, so 1, maximum like 2 major summary arrows. If you just like, it's really going a couple different directions. All right, so the key elements of drawing, to sum up, you're going to use the select button between things. You might use an arrow, and you can kind of say, I'm going from here to over here, and that will usually give you a pretty straight line. If it's a pretty straight line that you're looking for, and you can kind of move those around. Or I personally think that the scribble is just as easy, and it's sometimes can be a little bit hard depending on how sticky your touchpad is. Sometimes that can be a little tricky. That or the arrow is probably going to be your easiest way to say, it went out from here, it went out from there, to draw different places. Those are not answers. They're just me drawing random arrows. Okay, so those are a couple different methods, and you definitely want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're changing the colors. So you should have several different colors so it's easy to see. And then you want to make sure that you're doing that shape, and you can just use that first rectangle shape and make a small rectangle, and then kind of fill in your small rectangle shape. Say I want to do the Renaissance. Maybe I want to do the Renaissance, I don't know, green or something. It can be whatever color you want. So that's how you do the maps on Google Drawings. You're not doing a ton of different things on Google Drawings, but you do that once you have your whole map finished. Then you're going to click Save and Close, and it will have all of your different arrows on there for you. Okay. So that's what we're doing for the second part for geography today.